Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Little Witch Academia episode 18, and damn, this one was good once again. They have really been on a roll, I think, on a roll. The past two in a row, right? They were really great, because last episode was the one that possibly, well maybe like second, third best episode they've had. Because the one with, Croy and Chariot was great, and then the one last week was freaking amazing with Amanda and them. The one was pretty good with Lote's family and everything, and now this one once again was absolutely amazing. So yeah, starting off from the beginning, let's go through this a bit. We have the Wild Hunt, which are apparently just a group of, like, just this big ghost hunt. There's a bunch of people out hunting ghosts. I've said a lot that I like the voice acting here. I think that Susie's voice is done incredibly well, and just the way that they do special things to make the way they portray the characters different. Little Witch Academia and Trigger they take a whole bunch of chances on doing stuff differently, and I think most of it works out great. But one thing I wanted to bring up here is when Akko's talking about how much she thinks they're cool and everything, the way the voice actress was just like, doki doki, waku waku, just doing the sound effects and stuff for herself. I thought it was great, especially the intonation and everything. It was great. So Akko accidentally smashes Constance's, what they call it, the standbot. So standbot down. She visits Amanda and them, and Amanda is just too sexy. We find out that Constance actually has permission to participate in the Wild Hunt, so Akko falls into her secret base. It was hilarious. She goes secret base. Constance legitimately holds her at gunpoint and forces her back into the lift to send her back up. It was funny. We get kind of a montage of Akko being very unhelpful, pretty much her being very unhelpful. So eventually Constance locks her up, and Constance shows her the sign that says I work alone, and I had forgotten that Constance didn't speak, so I thought that was funny. We get Mouse Akko return, yes, even if just for a little while, and I love, again, just some of the background stuff. The one childhood picture in the background in Constance's lab, where it was just her looking very angrily with her parents. She is just this cute little angry cupcake throughout the episode. And we have more standbots saying that Akko's useless and telling her to get out. Susie is absolutely great when she's like, so why do you want to help her? She's like, so she doesn't want your help, so you just want to bother her then. So, again, Susie's great every episode, though. Constance still just being very angry when Akko goes back again. It's just great. Akko then gets a whisk for her, Constance being very angry with the chef dude was very funny. Akko gets the whisk for her and goes to find Baromet's for her, which again was done just so well. Akko collects more ingredients for the ship, or parts for the ship, whatever. And the ship/weapon, whatever it really is, then she brings this idea to the standbots for her ultimate magic mecha, and Constance gets all fired up about that. So again, all just really funny. The ghost hunt, it's finally time for it to come to the place where the witches are. We see all of our main cast really there. The normal people were told about it. Of course, we had hints earlier that Croy was the one that leaked it out, but they can't see it anyway, so it's going on around them, and they just don't see it at all. And then the references start hitting super hard. First off, the first thing I noticed, I was like, oh my god, this Naked Soul reference when the ship is rising up out of the water, and the way they did the entire scene, I was like, okay, this is the Naked Soul from Kill la Kill. This is a great reference. And the animation was absolutely amazing. Like, the animation for this week was stepped up, but especially from that point onward was just crazy good. And then it was just such a cool scene seeing them go in and fight off the ghosts and everything. For some reason, goats, and the first thing I thought of was the Baromets again. Then Croy attacks the humans with her little cube monsters turning into crows or whatever, and causes chaos and all that. The crow monster, when all fused together, looks absolutely awesome. Then the Gurren Lagann references hit as hard as they possibly can. So they form the Gurren Lagako, and the reference is just too much. And the reaction we get from Susie and Amanda was amazing too. The hunters then power the Lagako. They even have the drill weapon. And I was dying throughout this entire scene. It was just so great. And then once all that is handled and done with, we have Ursula confronting Croy, saying, I know that you're the one that did this, to test out the people's emotions as they were panicking and what kind of energy you could produce from it. Then at the very end, Akko gets a gift from Constance, and Akko can finally fly. We finally have flight for Akko. So thoughts as a whole for this one. Animation absolutely amazing, just really even better than normal. The OST, like every single week, great. The OST every week, Little Witch Academia probably has one of the best just ever for anime. The references were great. The episode as a whole was cool, fun, and exciting. I mean, Akko looking great. Constance was just so cute throughout this, and I really liked just the whole character they had for her not speaking. The way she built stuff, the way she was had this angry demeanor. I think the way they portrayed all of the characters and the way they have done so has been great. The show's really character-driven without being super serious, because usually character-driven shows are super serious. But this has been able to do it without that, without being needlessly dark or edgy. But yeah, and the lift gags were funny every time with Akko getting sent back up the lift. So yeah, in following this pattern we've been on, we had an Amanda-centric episode last week, now a Constance-centric one, so we're having maybe a Jasminka-centered episode next week, I guess, maybe? And I guess that's it, wouldn't it be? Yeah, I think that's all. So yeah, I'm actually giving it 10 mecha ships. 10 out of 10. 10 once again, because, yeah, it was just so good. It was at least as good as last week's, and last week's was absolutely amazing. So, yeah, that's all I got for this week's episode. If you did like the video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this week's episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. Subscribe for more Little Witch Academia and more. That is it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.